this video, I'm going to be teaching you the first two phases of my card to wallet routine. In phase one, a card is signed, selected, and lost into the deck. It then instantly appears in your wallet, which is in your pocket. In the second phase of the routine, the card reappears in the wallet again, but this time the spectator is able to lose the card back into the deck themselves and are able to retrieve the card from the wallet themselves as well. This is a really powerful hands-on routine, and I hope you enjoy Card to Wallet Part 1. What is going on, guys? I hope you are doing good, and welcome back to another tutorial. It is a bit dark in here. Let's turn some lights on, get some light on the situation. Today, I'm going to be teaching you a routine. Now, I've never really taught a routine here on this channel, and there's a reason for that, because I don't like performing other magicians' routines. I often think that it's a little bit too copycat. It feels like I'm just taking from another magician in too much of a big way. But today I'm going to break that rule because I really want to teach you my card to wallet routine. And the way I'm going to teach it is by suggesting that you take whatever you want from it. So don't take this as you must perform it exactly as I perform it, because that is completely not how I want you to do it. I think you should perform it in your own way to suit your style. So I want to make that clear from the off. But today we're going to be using the Gaitorbacks by David Blaine, of course. A beautiful, beautiful deck. And without further ado, let's jump into Card to Wallet. I know what you're thinking, Cavan. Everyone does card to wallet. What is different about this one? And yeah, good question. This is a card to wallet routine where you have three phases. Phase one is the card goes to the wallet. Boring, I know. Phase two, I'm really selling this trick, aren't I? Phase two is the card goes back to the wallet, again, after immediately being put back in the deck. The spectator can put the card back in the deck, the spectator can take the card out of the wallet. They feel the transformation happen, so you build essentially on that first effect. And sure, it's the same trick twice, I know, and I've always said that I don't like repetitive tricks. That is why I don't really like ambitious card routine, because I feel like card ending up on top of the deck one too many times. For me, magicians just overdo that trick. That's why I don't like it, because you know, it's so repetitive. So in this case, yeah, you are doing the same trick twice, but then for the third time, the card is lost back in the deck. They think they know what's coming. Sure, it's going to go to the wallet again. And then suddenly the deck turns into a wallet and the card is inside that wallet. It's unusual. I personally haven't ever seen a magician do a deck turning into a wallet. I'm sure that other people have done. I'm not claiming it to be original, but I've never seen it done before myself. And I've been performing this a few hundred times over the years, and I feel like now's the time to teach it. And just a quick note about routining, because I know I've been asked about routining a lot of times. You know, how do you routine tricks? And a simple rule of three often works for sort of beginners new to the world of routining. This is the perfect example of the rule of three, actually, because it really is, you know, starter, main course, and dessert. And that dessert, that is what they should go away talking about. But that's not to say that the other two courses should be lackluster. I think you should still put a lot of effort into every phase of the routine. And if you're struggling building routines, then take three tricks and try and make them progressively more impressive. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about routining, because I could get carried away and talk about routining for hours. So a card is selected. This is a very simple selection process. In this case, we'll use Penn and Teller's 3 of clubs, and we'll sign it. Why not? Let's sign some Gaitorbacks. Why not? Let's ruin a perfectly good deck. And of course, for this trick, you are going to need a wallet. But first of all, let's sign that card, and the setup on the wallet is like so. We're going to take a card, and I often use the Queen of Hearts. We're going to take that and we're going to shove it into the wallet like so. And in my case, every wallet is different, but I will just tell you in case your wallet is similar. I always fold the left side down first, and then that. That is just how I set my wallet up for this particular trick. It helps, you'll see why. And then also, you need a business card, which is already there because I often perform this. You need a business card in the sort of back section of the wallet. So if this is in your pocket, this needs to be nearest to my backside. So the business card just sticks up out like that, and it all goes into your back pocket. I suggest the tighter the jeans, the better for this sort of trick, because you want everything to be quite snug. If you're the sort of loosey-goosey type and everything's flowing about down there, it can get a little bit difficult. So make sure it's tight, because when it's all loose, if the pocket's really, really loose, you're going to have a hard time finding the wallet because you'll be rummaging around in sort of tight pockets. So yeah, if it's tight, it's snug, I know exactly where this business card is. It's not a big deal, no one's going to think that this is strange that it's, you know, hanging out like that, little business card, so you don't need to worry. Okay, that's the setup. One card in the wallet, folded in nicely, and I'll talk more about exactly how that should be folded in, you know, for the use that that card has in a moment. But here we go. So we have the card signed and selected, and it can be lost into the deck in whichever way you feel comfortable. In that case, you can control it away like so, it really doesn't matter. For the use of this trick though, I'm not going to teach a complicated control, we're just going to have it on the bottom of the deck. You're all set, and here we go. This is the first phase of the trick. And the first phase is very, very simple, because what's going to happen is I am going to lean forwards to put the deck down on the table, and you do need a surface. I mean, you can use your spectator's hands if needs be. I think a table is much better. And what we're going to do is put the card into a gambler's cop. And the way I do this, I've done a whole video on the gambler's cop, but very, very simply, these fingers are going to contact this card. They're going to dislodge it a little bit so that we have some air between the card and the deck, a little break. And then all we're going to do is this hand is going to cop the card. So it cops it right now. My hand is so relaxed right now, even more relaxed than it normally would be. The card is being copped, but the focus of the trick is not on this card. That's the main error when people are copying cards. They think that it's about the card. It's not, it's about the other thing. So in this case, the deck is the other thing. Once I've copped the card, all I do is I lean forwards, just ever so slightly. I'm not like doing that. I just pop the deck down. My eyes are looking at the deck at this point, everything is just looking at this deck, my whole head is turned this way, and at that point we're done, because as soon as that deck is down, this is loaded. If I take this out, this is the situation we have. The reason for this business card, this is a principle known as a slider. Some people call it a slider, some people call it something else. Basically, it will help slide the card in, because this is quite difficult to access. This whole thing is quite difficult to access unless you have some sort of sliding device. So in this case, it's just a business card, sort of Camp 52 business card from the Dystopian Deck Kickstarter package, and it slides in there, and the card is going to do this. In the pocket, this is what's going to happen. The card is going to contact this and slide down. And look how easy that is. Without the business card, if we take everything away, this is how easy it is. You are going to constantly get the wrong section of the wallet. There's so many folds here, so many flaps, all flapping around like flaps do. It's going to be difficult to penetrate. I'm so sorry, I've just realised that is filthy. So childish. Okay, so it's going to be difficult to get that card in there at all without something already there. So we have the business card exposed out of the wallet, the card comes along, it's going to contact, and it's going to slide straight in. And at this point, all it takes is one thumb, one digit, whatever, to push everything down and retrieve the wallet out of the pocket. So, if I show you once again, this time in the pocket. So, while it's in the pocket, we have the card, it's going to be copped face down in this hand, which is my left hand. My right hand is leaning to put the deck down on the surface, on whatever surface I'm using. In this case, it would probably be this one for this angle. And then this copped card hand, very, very casually, this is just nothing. This is a nothing moment. This hand is going to relax, is going to go back to the business card already it's made contact. Already it's in exactly the right position because my hand just goes there. At this point, all it takes is just one thumb to push right down and then retrieve the rest of the wallet. And it's perfectly, you can't see it, it's gone already. It's gone straight into the middle of the wallet. You want this to be going into the most difficult to access part of the wallet because you want the trick to be more impressive. If it's right there, if you just open the wallet and it's right there, it's almost like, well, yeah, sure, you could have had time to do that. If you have a wallet with secret compartments that are accessible secretly, then that is even better because you can almost have like a zip. You know, I've seen all sorts of things. I've had buttoned compartments in the past in wallets that were designed for card to wallet. You can have all sorts of things like that, and I'm sure if you own a card to wallet, this bit, you know, will just be self-explanatory. But that's a great moment because it just contacts the business card and goes straight in. So even if you don't have a proper wallet, this isn't a card to wallet wallet, this is just a normal wallet for all intents and purposes. So it works with any wallet, this business card principle. It slides right down into the hardest to access part. You then open it up, you have this moment where this card appears from the wallet. If they see the business card, that is fine. They're not going to think the business card is anything to do with the method here. Why would they? It's just a business card. So don't worry about flashing that. That's not even flashing. You take it out, signed card appears from the wallet, and you have a brilliant moment. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to expose this straight away. So what we're going to do is when the card is in the wallet, we're going to turn to this angle. What we're going to do is pull this card half out of the wallet only, and we're going to have this moment right here where we show, they can see the signature, or at least part of it, we show that it's appeared from the wallet. And I quite like this. It's almost like you're not even touching the card, even though obviously you've pulled it out. It's almost like just the fairest display. That wallet, that card, sorry, is really sort of exposed from the wallet, and you can do this, quite like that. In fact, that's thumbnail material right there. I'm getting distracted. So we have the card appeared from the wallet, and then we can go into the next phase of the trick straight from this position because we have this face-up card in the wallet already. Some of you might see where this is going. We're going to execute a switch. Now on my wallet, the left side closes first and then the right. It can be whatever you want for your wallet, you can adapt obviously. I am just holding the wallet quite naturally, but if we turn things over, I've got my index finger still on that card. So what this allows you to do is at some point push this card, the card we're going to switch, push it forwards, because as we go to grab this card out, you need to think about what you're doing at this point. What we're doing is just taking this card and sliding it out, but what we have to do is actually slide this card out, and just sort of naturally I've already started to do it, so if I put it back just ever so slightly, this finger is going to push the Queen of Hearts forward, and this hand, instead of taking the Three of Clubs, is going to push the Three of Clubs back from whence it came. So the move looks something like this. Now yeah, sure, you saw what happened there, because you were looking straight at it. Remember, this is on an offbeat moment. The spectators at this point are reacting to the fact that their card, the Three of Clubs, just ended up in your wallet. That is an impossible moment. Don't underestimate that moment. Don't underestimate any magical moment, in fact. I always think you should, you know, really not act as if it's magic, but you should care about the magic moment. Treat the magic moment with respect, because that's what's going to create memories. So once they're reacting to this, you have so much play, you have so much time to play in that moment. You shouldn't disrespect your audience by being sloppy, but you should also respect the moment of reaction and let that happen. And as that's happening, you need to take this card and switch it. So we have the Queen of Hearts ready and waiting. Just from the beginning, as you're showing the card, your thumb slides into place. As you turn the wallet over, your index finger prepares itself for the switch, and then you come forward. This hand is going to push, and this hand is going to extend in super slow motion. You take this card, which they will not even question isn't their card. They won't even question that, it just is. You take what is essentially their card, and then you lose it straight back in the deck. And at this point, the wallet is just closed. It can go back to your pocket if you want. I don't like to do that. I like to keep it out in the open for the second phase of the trick, just to make it seem, you know, different. You don't want the same trick twice. So this time the wallet remains on the table. You can even say, now you hold on to my wallet. At this point, you've got the card, and you don't even need to hide the card, because It is their card. You don't need to you don't need to grip it. You don't need to death grip it or do anything weird with it. It just is their card. You can gesture with it. You can throw it and catch it. Maybe don't do that. I'm not the best at that, but you can. Well, my point is, you don't need to, act like this is something special. It's just their card, So now you take the deck and you say, we're going to lose your card one more time into the deck, and this time I want you to push the card in. You can do all of that sort of stuff. Any presentational thing you want. You can even, let's pretend this is the card now. You can even say, with your card, lose it in the deck for me. You can get them to do it. That's amazing that you can get them to do it, so they feel it go into the deck. And yeah, that's risky, because you're asking them to hold on to a card that isn't theirs and say that it is theirs. But if you've done everything right so far, they won't question that it's not their card, so they will have no reason to look. The only reason they will look is if they think it might not be. And if they think it might not be, that's because you've not done the switch right. So they won't question it if you do the switch right. If you just hand them the card and say, lose it into the deck for me, and they push it into the deck, and then you can do whatever you want at this point, because the card is already in the wallet. You've already done the work. It's a self-working card to wallet. The card's already here with their signature on. That they're holding the wallet, they're holding the deck, they can do whatever they want. So you have this amazing, impossible moment where they feel their card, what can't be anything other than their card, go into the deck, and then suddenly they open the wallet and the thing they've just been holding and pushed into the deck is now suddenly exactly back where it was. That is an impossible card to wallet, and that is a brilliant moment. So the second phase of the trick just takes it up to another level, takes it up to a new gear. And then we go on to the third and final phase of the trick, which is the deck itself turning into a wallet with their card in once again. But I'm not going to teach that in this video because I want to dedicate a whole video to that principle, because it can be used for so many other things, deck switches and whatever. Stick around on the channel for that tutorial where I'm going to teach the third and final phase of card to wallet, and a really good utility deck switch move that can be used for so many things. You don't have to have the deck turn into a wallet. You can have the deck turn into whatever you want. You can have it turn into an envelope that the card is in, a sealed envelope. That is impossible in itself. You can have the deck turn into a fish tank. You can have the deck turn into your grandmother's ashes. I don't care. Maybe not that last one, but it's a really good utility move. You can do lots with it. So stay tuned for my next tutorial. Might not be my next video, but my next tutorial. So yeah, I'm looking forward to teaching that, but thanks for watching this one. Thank you very much for watching this video, I really do appreciate it, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the thumbs up button down below, as you always do. That is really, really good of you, and you can subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and you find yourself enjoying my content. You might want to see more of it in the future. 2021 has got some really big things planned for this channel, so yeah, that will be exciting. I'm rubbish at hyping things. I've realised this. As I film videos, I've realised I'm just generally bad at hyping my channel, so yeah, feel free to do whatever you want, quite honestly, and I will catch you in the next one. It's just really, really different to the dystopian deck. I think that's why I'm so happy with it, because it was like a risk stepping in a new direction, but it's kind of worked, for the first time. Like today was a pretty major advancement, and I just, for the first time, I was like, yeah, I really like this idea, and I'm excited to sort of see how it develops. Do you want to know the name of it? Okay, it's called the